Alright.
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah?
Welcome everyone to episode 3 of the podcast. I've never done any
Yeah.
intros. I've never done any intros of this, but this will be the first, okay? This will be the first. Because it's been a while since we've done an episode. But, hello AJ.
Sure.
How are you?
Hello. Doing good, man. How you doing?
Are you ready to wash down this place?
I'm more than ready with my terrible stick drift to wash this down, yes.
You know, I think that's a funny thing you mentioned the stick drift because how many controllers in your lifetime? Let's start cleaning a bit, by the way. I can do
Okay.
I can do the floor.
I'll get to the opposite side.
How many controllers do you think you have stick drift on right now?
From controllers that I have right now,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
probably, definitely 2.
Isn't it crazy how, like, there hasn't been, like, a solution to that yet? How have, like, controller makers not, like, done anything about it?
Well, I mean, I guess people just don't intend for people to just be violent with a controller, I suppose.
Because I'm on... Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, I'd assume that, well, they make the controllers to be a controller, not, you know, just a way of getting frustration out, you know? So...
Because
but
I'm
go
on my PlayStation 5, I'm on my 3rd controller, and I've had stick drift on the 2 controllers before this. So,
yeah.
it's so annoying. It's absolutely annoying. Because, like, what else reason is there nowadays to get a new controller other than stick drift? Like, otherwise your controller will be fine forever.
Yeah. Unless you just completely break it somehow, like you launch it at a wall and one of the buttons comes off or something.
Personally, in my how long have I had a place like a console? In my say 15 years, probably like close to that. I've never broken a controller. I don't know. Have you?
I feel like maybe once, but like.
Once. What happened? What happened?
Where do I begin, man? It could be a combination of things. It could be a combination of 5 different games probably, and you know, probably dealing with people who aren't exactly the most or as good as me at something, and me not being able to accept that, something like that. In my young age of, how are you not as good as me? This isn't fair.
This is fair.
Like
Controller is flying to the ceiling. GG.
Yeah, something like that. I instead of at the ceiling, mine was more like at the floor. I don't know, like I didn't. It felt worse to try and throw it at the ceiling, because then it hits the ceiling and the floor. I was like, well, if it at least hits the floor, there's less chance of it breaking.
Ding.
So if it hits the ceiling and then the floor, it's like it's probably dismantled, disfigured, and done.
Yeah, fair enough. Is there, well, anyways, enough about the controllers. It's such a boring. Is there anything in the England that has been happening the recent weeks, recent months maybe? Is it still raining there?
Let me look outside right now. It was raining. It's been raining pretty bad the last few days, but it's actually quite nice outside today.
Hey, it's warm there. Is it starting to get warm there?
It was warm for like a week, and now it's cold again. So like, literally last week, it was starting to get warm again, and I thought, oh, well, we're going into spring now. It's probably going to be a bit nicer outside. And then it was like, no, we're going back to being cold again.
I feel like the same thing that's happening here, because it's starting to be very nice out right now, but I think next week it's gonna be like very cold, like very cold, like wind breezes and everything. I think even snow coming. I think we had that last year. It was like mid-April and we had snow falling still.
Yeah, we had that one. I remember one year there was snow in April, because it was around near my birthday. That's the only reason I remember. It was somewhere in April, and it randomly started snowing. And it was like, what? And then, after like literally a couple of days, it went back to being warm again. So, it's spring, but it's still just weird,
Anyway, I was talking about this earlier before we started this session, but because I have coffee coming in right now, I'm starting to develop an issue where if I start brewing coffee, you know how it takes. It takes like 5 minutes when coffee comes. when you start putting up. But I have this
Yeah.
issue where I go make coffee, I come back to my PC, and then I lock in on something. I focus on something so bad that then there's gonna be 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes I realize, oh fuck.
It's cold.
Oh fuck, I had coffee coming. You know, I forget it. Because
Yeah.
I started focusing on something on the PC. I wanted to ask, is that something you've ever had? Is that something like you put something on coming and then you just lock in on something else? And then you completely forget that, oh shit, I had something and now it's gone.
I mean, I'm quite susceptible to stuff like that because like I'll put something down, right, and then I'll go do something, and then like 2 minutes later I'll completely forget where I put something.
I mean that's
and, like, literally
like everyone. That's something very
but sometimes it can be within like 10 seconds. Like I can put something down and then like I'll turn around and I turn back and then like I genuinely forget. Like I don't know, this is probably weird, but I kind of do that with like going like let's say like I know I need to go to the toilet or something. And then like I queue for a game, and then like literally half an hour goes by, and then like for some reason the need is just gone, and it'll come to an hour, and it's like, oh wait, yeah, I need to go to like the bathroom, right? And then I don't know, I'll think about something, and then it's an hour goes by again, and it's like, okay, what are you doing? You know? There's also times where it's like you know, I'll like when I'm at work, like I'll start doing something, and then because I'll have to do like multiple things at once. Like let's say I'm like prepping food or something like that, and then so like let's say I've got to defrost something, and then like I'm prepping food for something else as well. So I'll go to defrost something, and it's like most of the stuff there's like I have like a little area where like we used to defrost everything. And I'll get the stuff out to defrost, but like I'll leave it there because like I'm thinking, okay, so right, I'm gonna defrost this, I'll put it there, and then I'll go do something else. But what I'll do is I'll get the stuff to defrost, I'll probably leave it wherever I got it from, and then be like, okay, yeah, I'll sort that out later, and I'll go on to something else, and then I'm like, and I'll come back to like the stuff I wanted to defrost, and I'm like, where is it? And then I'm like, oh right, I didn't actually get it out properly, and then it's like, well, for fuck's sake, now I'm gonna do this again, and you know, I feel like I do that quite often. So that's quite work related as well, but you know, it's
I mean, I feel like that's
the best way of me relating it to.
Yeah, I mean, work is a big part of everyone's life, or like normal. Just every normal thing there is like that. Yeah, the coffee is like a very big thing that I've recently noticed this in my behavior. So I have a timer in my watch. Every time I put a timer, so when that timer hits, I'm just gonna like go get the coffee, so I don't forget.
Yeah, God. See, the problem is I would do that, and I would just tap the timer and just be like, yeah, I'll go look at it in a minute, and then like 5 minutes would go by, and then 10 minutes would go by. Like a timer does not help me unless I'm fully locked in on something. It's not gonna help me. So I just know it's like, right, I can set a timer so like I can have a rough idea and be like, oh yeah, okay, I can go do this now. And then, but if I'm locked into something else, it doesn't help me. Because I'll just be thinking about the other thing. It's like, yeah, I'll remember that in a little bit.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like whatever has my mind like captivated, like what I'm thinking about, like it's either that or not a lot else. This is actually quite bad, I think. But you know.
Fair enough. Which is right now, so I'm gonna take you to my dinosaur. Let everyone watch you, and I want you to quickly name the top 5 things you're mostly excited about summer. Go.
Oh my god, this summer? Oh god. What am I excited for this summer? I don't even know what's happening this summer. Oh, okay. Okay, one thing is I get to spend a week with my nephew, which that's going to be quite nice. That's one thing. 'Cause, my sister's going away on holiday, and she's leaving the nephew with me and my parents, so I get to spend the week with him, which I think that's in late May, early June, I think. So that's pretty much summer, right? My PC just stopped connecting. Hold on. Whilst you're watching me reconnect. Okay, anyways. What else is happening summer this year? I feel like I planned something, but now whilst I'm doing this, I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh no, there's probably some cool stuff happening at work, but I couldn't tell you off the top of my head which. When is that stuff happening? No, that's more recent. That's not summer. I feel like you put me on the spot because you've gone to go do something, and I'm just kind of sat here.
That was amazing, man. You played that very perfectly because I have my cup of coffee now.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew you went to go do something. So I was like, right, let me stall for this guy real quick.
Okay,
so
I wanna
like,
end
okay,
up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ajstarr. Did you finish the list?
I definitely contributed to the list.
Okay, sure. I have no idea what you said, but I 1000% believe that you succeeded in making the list. Anyway, I want to quickly end off this small talk in talking about the Finnish school system. Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, here we go again. Because it's a big thing right now, because this year, well, March is the month where here people apply to new schools. I think from the upper, upper secondary school, you go to college.
Yeah.
You apply to college, or you apply to the same thing as college, but the other place. I don't know what that is in English. Or
So, I think they call it like sixth forms. Like you know how like at a school you can have like 2 more years at a school or like college, like so like you know how it goes up to like year 11, and then like you can do like 2 more years of like year 12 and 13.
No, yeah, there's that's also a thing you can do. But college, it's like college, and then the other place is kind of like more learning you already go towards your work. If that makes any sense. We have like an alternative for college you can take. Basically,
I mean,
basically people who do good in school go to college. If you don't do good in school, you go to that other place, and then you're already like gonna be quicker towards working. You can do like construction or something like that there.
Oh, okay,
there's also gonna be school on the side, like some tiny school thing. But anyways, that's something you apply in March in here, and then you can apply in March as well from college to universities and. Well, there's an alternative for universities as well. I don't know what that term is in English. But anyways, that's the month you do it in here, March. This month we are currently recording this podcast. I have no idea when this podcast is ever gonna come on YouTube. But anyways, this is the month.
Say in April.
So, they had a new thing come out this year where you know in universities there's like a million things you can basically apply for. It's like there's literally a million things you can apply for. But this year, well, normally you have a million things you can apply for, which means there's a million different exams you can take, right, to get in the university.
Oh, okay.
So now this year there's only 9 exams that you can take for all of the million things.
Are they linked? So like, let's say it's like if you want to take this exam, this will be for this.
Correct.
This
yeah.
kind of thing.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it perfect. So you can basically take one exam and you can apply for like 100 things.
So they basically what they've done is they kind of like. So that sounds like a cost-cutting thing to me. It's like they've just kind of simplified it instead of having 100 different exams that can be taken. So like they have to have however many I think they're called invigilators. Is that right? Like like the people who like it's like the people who like oversee the exams. Like I think that's what it's called.
Sure.
It's like it just narrows it down to like you're not paying so many people to look over so many exams, and I assume it takes so much time and
for sure.
Just
something add to it. So usually you have like when you go take an exam, there's like a you get like something the exam is about. The exam is gonna be about something you get like months and months before, right? Which you have to know. Yeah. Which you then have to know everything about it, and then you're taking an exam about it. Now, you only get that piece of information 2 days before the exam.
2 days?
Yeah, 2 days before the exam. Not months and months in advance. 2 days.
Crazy.
What do you think about like having information months and months before, and now it's only 2 days of basically reading time? 2 days of studying before the exam.
So basically, what I remember from school, right, is like way back when in my
Well, how old are you
youthful
again? Like
days.
65?
Uh,
Turning
yeah,
66?
exactly. 66 in a month. Yeah, it's close enough. But yeah, I'll pretend that I'm not 23 next month. Anyways, yeah, all I remember is like we were never really told what would be on the exam. It's just like we'd be taught the stuff that would be on the exam, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure,
It's like
but
it
you
wasn't
have
like
you have the book already. Yeah, you know the exam is gonna be about this book, right?
yeah.
Correct. You at least
Well, I
know
mean,
that.
pretty much,
Yeah,
yeah.
correct. But in this scenario, you don't even have the book. You only get the book 2 days before the exam.
Right. Okay, I see.
That's
That's
the
crazy.
yeah. So that's how
Yeah.
they changed it for this. And then all of that is like changed for this year.
So that's literally what just a this year thing.
No,
So I'm like,
it's gonna be now every year.
well, now every
Yeah,
yeah, sure. Well, that's what I'm saying.
from
They
now.
started doing it from this year.
Yeah, yeah.
That is outrageous, man. I couldn't imagine just like, oh yeah, good luck. It's like how they expect people to have just be able to absorb that much information within 2 days.
I think that's what they want to see. What they want to see. Who's gonna be able to know the information in 2 days? I don't know. Personally, I like the thing because I'm not a worm. What do you call it? Worm read book
A
bookworm.
bookworm?
Bookworm, is that what you say? I don't really like to read that much.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of reading myself.
Yeah, exactly. So personally, I like it because I can commit a couple days to reading, but I can. It's very hard to commit like 2 months.
Like a whole
Yeah.
yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah, I think I'm better at doing things in like short bursts rather than over a long. Just like in like terms of that kind of stuff, you know, like because like for a lot of stuff, like if I don't do a massive amount in like one session, like I can almost forget what's gone on.
Sure.
But if I you know if I overlook it like let's say 5 times in like 2 days or something like that, I'm much more. I feel like I'm much more susceptible of remembering everything. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it sounded right in my head. I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, that's that. You got any more small talk you want to add before we go
I
into
mean,
your thing?
I mean, I thought, you know, well, what if we talked about? Cause I know some people know about it. I thought, you know, what if we talked about the other little thing you've got going on the side at the moment, you know? But I don't know if it'll still be going on like by the time that the recording goes out. But you know, your little Minecraft server you got going on, you know.
Right.
I thought, well, even though it's a separate thing and like you know this is like a way separate thing, I thought, you know, give it a little plug, you know. Let the people know that like yeah, let the people know we've got other stuff going on at the moment.
Small talk.
I mean we can talk about it more. I thought that'd be a good thing to bring up in.
Join my Minecraft, guys. It's a big thing. Our season 2 of SMP will go for another about 4 weeks. I think
About 4 weeks.
about
yeah,
4
probably
weeks
by the
we have
time.
left. So
yeah,
I don't know
by the
if
time
this
goes
episode.
out.
I don't know if this episode is gonna be out before it ends. But if this episode doesn't come out, there is very good chance we're gonna do season 3 in May. Stay tuned.
Okay, well, if like let's theoretically say that it's not gonna come out. We can talk about some of the stuff that's gone on with it, like you know how stuff's been with it. It's like obviously it's more your server. I'm obviously a part of it. I've been there for some of the stuff.
Very good.
You're uploading stuff on your own channel, so you have your own channel on YouTube apart from this that we have on Spotify and YouTube.
But it's not
is it?
We aren't on Spotify yet, but that's hoping.
Yeah, but that's something that will happen. Like,
hopefully,
you know,
yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's like if you're ever interested in anything like that. I mean, I don't know if you'll. Have you changed what your channel's called, or because like I remember it was Jimmy75. I can't remember
so
if
it's actually
Minesuklaa
now on YouTube.
Oh, it's Minesuklaa now.
I decided to that it would be easier if it's the same name, and I picked
Yeah,
this name because it's already my Twitch name. You know, the only reason I wanted to keep the only actual reason there is to keep my old name is because of the Fortnite stuff. Because that's all linked to the Jimmy name.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I decided to
that.
switch the name. I think it's much easier for everyone if they want to find my content, you know. That's like the only reason. If that wasn't the thing, I would have changed for like a while ago, I think. Already.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But now that there's like banger videos that I'm like uploading, I'd say frequently. I think it's easier if I just change the name and people know like me from one name. Even though everyone calls me Jimmy and they have no fucking idea who Jimmy is.
Yeah. Some people do though. Some people understand.
People that know, but like, let's say someone new comes in, and people are like, "What's up, Jimmy? What's up, Jimmy?" Like, who the fuck is Jimmy? Oh, it's him. Like, no one's gonna know that name from joining the stream.
They'll remember the name. They've gotta They gotta learn the lore, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
What makes you you?
Wait, so hold on. That was part of this. That was part of the small talk. What is your topic of the episode?
Alright, I thought we could bring two things that we've technically already done, but like we're gonna kind of bring them together a little bit. So like one of the things I thought about is we did a top 5 ranking, but I thought how about we do an actual like little tier list? It's like
yeah, I thought tier lists.
Yeah, I thought, you know, let's bring a tier list to the table.
Yeah.
I wish we could do it visually, but
I mean, you have something visual, right? Maybe you have like a picture or like a website open. Doesn't have to be on the screen.
I can see if I can find it. I did see one I kind of liked.
At the end, when we have the tier list done, you can be like, okay, we have this, or like a notepad open or something, you know.
Yeah.
Alright, but anyway,
I might
continue.
But you know, I think we've done this together before. But like, as a I know you're quite the avid fan of, you know, Call of Duty Zombies and stuff. So I thought,
I am.
So I thought, you know, in our own time before we've done some of the songs that's been in the game, I thought, how about we go through all the games that, you know, you've played as much as you have, and we did a little tier list for those.
Sure.
I thought, you know what, that'll be a good one whilst we've got a little small one going on, you know, I thought we've done the top 5 stuff, and I know we didn't include that in there, but I thought, you know, we both have love for them in our hearts. So I thought,
we do.
how about we go full circle and truly rank some of the things that, you know, made our childhood, you know.
Alright, fair enough. So do you want me to be like, this is my list, and you're gonna just give me games or maps or whatever it is? You want me to just say like what tier I think it is, or you wanna like contribute in the ranking as well?
Well, I thought we could do it either way. So either we can make our own, or we can make one together. Sure. I thought I'd give you both options and see which one you prefer. Because like either we can do one together and see how our opinions differentiate, and we can obviously, you know, talk about each game and like see how we feel about them, or we can do one separately and then come together and see how our opinions are different, and then we can talk about how we think of each one.
You choose it. You do whatever you.
Well, I feel like if we do it differently, we can still, you know, collectively have, you know, we can go, okay, well, I think about this game this way, and like if we have any like crazy ones where we're like, whoa, I would put this one way higher, and like, about it, you know.
Yeah, okay, fair
enough. I'll see if I can find a tier list with.
And you can just have like a notepad open with like all the rankings, and then you just put it there. You know, doesn't even have to be a website. You can just make.
No, so it's just like.
Something that's just gonna, at the end, we can like go over everything, you know?
Yeah, no, so hold on. Let me make a notepad real quick, and we'll go from there. What should we make like the rank titles? Because like, I feel like you've got to do like, you have to have like 5 categories maybe.
Yeah, I'd say 5. Like we have the absolute top, we have the very good, and then like the alright, we'll play that. Then we have the like Then we have the bottom, which is like, I wouldn't touch this with a long stick either. And then we have like it's not like, it's very bad, but like it's okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5.
I'm working out the categories for it real quick.
Yeah,
I think 5 is right.
Funny names out of that. It's alright. I'm trying to get the playground house cleaned right now.
Yeah, my stick drift is making me walk around, so I'm
Bro,
still technically
we
cleaning.
need a donation, guys. Donate so we can buy AJ a new controller. Look at that man.
Yeah, it's working, man. It's working. Wait, what's the thing where you can auto clean? Whilst I'm doing this.
Left click. Left.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's that kind of left click. Yeah, I'm clicking like. No, I know. I was clicking like the left analog stick, and I was like. No, I've got the categories. I've got the categories. So I've got goat because like you know kind of belongs there. I was like, hey, that's pretty good.
Okay.
I've got just mid, you know, it's there. Not the best, you know. Could be better, and then it's just shit.
Yeah. Okay.
One word, shit. Right now I'm gonna look up every single map, and then we'll go from there.
You don't have to do every single map, but you can just like throw maps at me and we'll just do as many as we can, you know?
Okay, well...
Do as many as we have time for.
Okay, well I can name quite a few of them, I suppose, just from memory.
Sure.
So I can go from the very start. So obviously, where it started you had Nactarun's Totem. Where'd you put the very first map?
The very first zombie map, and probably one of the more scariest zombie maps ever been, right? If I know anything.
I would say, well, I'd say probably the next map I'd say is maybe the worst in my opinion. But yeah, from where it started, yeah, because it had the intro to it and everything, you know.
Correct. It's very hard to rank Knack high, even though it was the first zombie map ever. But I feel like there's only one right place for the map, and it's like the mid. Like the mid.
I would agree. Like nostalgia parts aside, like obviously where it all started, you know, it's always like, you know, it's got the eerie feeling of maybe probably what Zombies has lost these days, where it's, you know, there's like so much stuff going on in the game now. It's not as orientated on it being like, you know, just defeating waves of zombies and it being somewhat scary, you know. But I'd agree. I'd also put it in the
I wouldn't argue. I can't really argue if you put it to like the bad either, really.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll say it's bad.
Like you have to respect that it was the first zombie map. You have to respect the map at its time, you know. Nowadays, it's bad. Back in the day, it's mid. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd agree with that. I think that's a good rating for it. Right, like, I suppose the next one in line would be Verrückt, which I would say is probably the scariest map.
I'm not sure if I've ever played the OG. I played the Black Ops 1 version of Verrückt.
First time perks were ever introduced to the game.
That's true.
I feel like
I personally feel like Verrückt is kinda confusing map.
I feel like I like elements of it. Like,
sure,
there's
it feels like,
some cool features in it.
I'm trying to remember the whole map right now. Like compared to the other OG, like the very old map, I don't know. I feel like that's just very. Maybe it's because the aesthetic of being in a building is making it, or building in a very like.
It's in an asylum, right?
Asylum. Maybe that's the reason. It's making very like. Very tension feeling.
It's like it's an unsettling.
I personally would put it to the bad category.
I think I'd probably put it in pretty bad as well. I'd maybe put it in mid.
Not a shit map.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's like there's obviously there's like some cool things in the map that you can do. It's like this stuff you can interact with, and there's like all this.
Yeah, and I know people do like the map, but that's just like from my experience of playing it. I just never saw anything that really makes the map like good, or that makes the map. I don't know. It doesn't pop out to me.
Plus the sprinter zombies were annoying. I didn't like those.
Maybe I haven't played it enough. Maybe.
Yeah, it's like they introduced the zombies that sprint like way faster. Like I don't know if that's been in any of the games since, so I've not I've not really noticed, but it was a very like claustrophobic map, which I mean fitted the I guess what the map was going for, with it being an asylum
Sure.
and stuff. And like I kind of liked that, like if you played it co-op, like you know one side's locked off from the other, and you have to go get the like turn the power on to unlock both sides of the map. I thought that was kind of cool. But apart from like let's say if we're talking about like the surroundings and like how the map is and like what it represents and stuff, I could maybe find it as a mid map. But
I mean, if you like it as a mid, I won't argue with you. Just
yeah.
personally, I think it's bad.
Yeah, I feel like it's like like I'd say it's like okay maybe, but like it's not on the same level as like
Thing,
what an act would be for me, you know. So I feel like it probably is in bad maybe. Yeah, I feel like I'd probably put it there as well. It's like it's not the best, but it's like it's not terrible.
yeah.
It's got some charm to it. But yeah, I suppose the next map in line would be Shinonuma, which.
Ooh. Mm.
I actually quite like as a map. I'll be honest.
I mean,
I actually
no one hates the mud, but I feel like Shinonuma is like one of the maps people remember nowadays the most. I think it's more known for than like Barak, let's say, or
Oh
even
no,
Nock.
for sure.
I don't know. I would put it as mid as well.
I'd almost put it in kind of good, to be honest.
The
'Cause
mud is kind of annoying in that map. Let's be real. Or the whatever water it is.
I mean, I can't. Yeah, I know what you mean, but I mean, I don't actually hate it if I'm being honest. Like, it doesn't actually bother me. Like,
Yeah, sure.
I kind of actually like that there's that kind of thing in the levels. Like, it's not just free flowing and easy.
Yeah.
And then obviously people will remember Shinonuma as being one of the maps that people used to go for the high rounds in.
Yeah,
Had
that's like crazy high round records on that map.
yes, because there was a cap on how many zombies would spawn after so long. Like it didn't matter how high you went in levels. There was a cap on how many zombies would spawn, so people would just go for absolutely ridiculous rounds in the game because it was just caps. I can't even remember. It's also really a small number. Like I feel like it's only like 24. I don't know if 24 is right, but it was something that's quite manageable. So like if you just had like I can't even remember what the wonder weapon was back then, but literally little wonder weapon. I think
ray gun. I don't think there was
it
a
might-
wonder weapon there. There's a wonder
I
weapon.
mean, it was just a ray. No, wonder weapon was
That was
the next map.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Or we use a ray gun then.
Yeah, it just and like oh, I feel like a lot of the strategy was just using the traps, which
Yeah.
Which,
I
I mean,
personally
makes
think
that
it's
kinda
it's,
lame.
it's, it's me. It's very
I
hard
mean,
to
I
give
can
any
understand
of
that.
the old maps, like even a good one.
Yeah,
They are mid maps after all.
they are. Yeah, I guess that's kind of fair.
They do beat a lot of zombie maps after that though, so let's be. Anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
What's
Anyways, you know what the next one is.
I do.
Got probably one of maybe the best maps that well, definitely the best maps that I've ever played because
Sure.
like, it's just got so much nostalgia. Obviously got Darius or the Giant or you know.
I mean,
don't know what it'd
personally,
be called
I
for
know
you.
there is from as the Giant because I think I played that Giant a lot. Like,
Oh, in Black
Ops,
Ops 3. Oh, 100%.
I played
yeah.
that a lot. So it makes me respect the old map as well. So out of the old maps, this is the only one that's getting a good from me. Not a goat map, no, it's a good map.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go as far as say it's a goat map. Like it's
It's just a simple map
got a
and
lot
a
of
fun. And who doesn't love
Yeah.
the what is the railing place called where everyone camps on the?
Oh, I know what you mean. Is that like there's that little like walkway like all the way
Yeah,
at the back of the
walkway.
map and like
Correct.
yeah, it's just like very it's just like a one way in it.
Yeah.
You can just sit up there. Like back in the day, you could set up like loads of mines just at the back, and they just all stacked
That's
there.
Miss Feisty. By the way, I don't think I've
And-
watched Twitch chat at all. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to focus. I'm trying to focus on.
Hey,
on
listen.
the episode. I'm sorry, guys.
It's,
Anyways, yeah, there is good
I'll
map.
understand.
I think that's the word.
I would agree.
I would be
I'd
surprised if
call-
you
I'd
put
say
it
it's-
anywhere else.
No, I think good map is quite fair. You know, every time I get to type this in, my stick drift just takes me to the fence, which is really annoying. But oh, there you go. I've kind of stopped myself here. No, didn't I? Anyways, alright. So that's pretty much all the that's the first 4 original maps. Then we'd go into Black Ops 1.
Sure.
Where did Black Ops 1? Ah, did Black Ops 1 start with Kino? It did, right? Okay, so that's the next in line then, Kino.
This is the most toughest one out of so far because Kino was part of my childhood.
Yeah,
it really was. Like
agree.
the first ever zombie map I've ever played was Kino. And it was
Really?
So I have this fun. So I didn't have a PlayStation 3 back in the days. I had a PlayStation 2, but I didn't get a PlayStation 3. But I had a friend who lived like 2-minute walk away from me who had an Xbox. We used to go there and play Kino der Toten on their Xbox, split screen and everything.
That's so cool.
That's what I remember the most. And Kino was the map we played. Fuck, man, it's a tough one. It's obviously a good map, but I'm trying to think if I can give it enough reason to put it in the GOAT category.
I mean, I'll let you have your.
Sure. Let me think.
I think I would say.
What do you think right now? What do you think? I'm thinking.
So I mean, I obviously played. At this point, I'd already played like the other 4 maps first, because the first Call of Duty I properly played was World at War. So I have a lot of affirmation for that game, and like I almost did like everything in that game. And my young little age, but it just will always hold such a. But I still have the game on one of my shelves. Like I've tried to keep it just because it holds that much value to me. You know, like I can proudly say like with like playing like PlayStation games and stuff. That's where it all started for me.
Yeah.
Is with that game. So it'll always have that kind of special place for me.
Yeah.
But and then when Black Ops 1 came around and like they brought Kino out, and then 5 and those games, like I was even more into it. So, like it might even hold like just as high a place for me that those do in a different way, in maybe less of a sentimental way, but in a way that I have a lot of respect for them, because like it was like the next step. And like they obviously, like with Moon, which we'll talk about later, they brought out like one of the first big Easter eggs in the game, which was so cool. Moon was,
and Kino has arguably the best zombie song ever.
That is also pretty true. I think I'd agree with that.
Go to YouTube, everyone watching right now. 115, type it on YouTube, watch it. You're gonna love it. It's the best one. So I'm gonna give it the GOAT, man. I
think the song like contributes to it as
You know
well,
what? I just started thinking about the song, and the song is gonna make me give that map the GOAT status.
You know, I think that's quite fair, because like it's where like you first start properly. Like I know in the Reese and the Giant, like you kind of have like some Easter egg stuff in it, but I feel like in that game, like, you know, you could find the like the cinema reels, and you could put them into like the projector, and like all that stuff is really cool.
I'm gonna say this from chat. 115 is an all-timer, but the Origins into music is the best OAT. I love the Origins music. Why do I not remember the name? Archangel. I love
Archangel.
Yeah. But 115 is, I don't know. It's the goal. It's the goal of music. Avenged Sevenfold also has amazing bangers that we're gonna probably dive into.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've gone through it. But I'll give it the goal.
I think that's quite fair. I mean, I'm quite torn between pretty good and GOAT, but the problem is I don't know what else I'd put in GOAT over it. It's like I'm trying to think now, and I'm trying to think, okay, what would I actually put over it? And there isn't actually many. And I feel like GOAT is like maybe top 3.
Top 3
for me.
Yeah,
I'd say GOAT is probably like top 3, and I feel like
Kino would be number
top 3. Yeah, I think Kino is definitely top 3. So yeah. I think it belongs there.
Yeah, Arcade is an amazing song.
And then next on the list is probably in my opinion, probably quite a forgettable. Like it's kind of a forgettable map for me. Like,
yeah, sure.
I remember it, but like
forgettable one. I agree. Because this map also not many people know it had an Eminem soundtrack.
It did. 5. It did indeed. It did.
Am I right? Anyway, 5
yes, that's
is
correct.
a bad map. Skip it. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know if it's
It's a cool
in the
map.
worst category.
It's a cool map, sure, but it's also a bad map.
Yeah, I feel like I'd put it in not the best. Like I feel like it's definitely below Varrock's, but like it's not amazing. I've got to remember what's next. So, uh, what was that map called? I can see it. I can see the map. I just can't think of what it's
You
called.
got it. COD starts with an A.
Oh my god. It's an A. Oh no, no, that's not next, is it?
It's not
I thought the
next.
George Romero. I thought the George Romero
That's the
map was
first
next.
one.
I thought that was the first
yeah,
one.
that's Call of the Dead.
Is that Call of the Dead? Yeah, I think it was Call of the Dead. Then that next one.
I'm gonna
and
be
then...
honest, guys. DLC maps from Black Ops 1,
Mhm.
I've not played. Except the ones that came
so-
back in Black Ops 3. Except the ones. So I personally, Call of the Dead is a very cool looking map. It's like an ice map with the ball. I mean, I think that's a. I mean, it's very hard to give this a rating because I've personally never played that map. I have played the next DLC maps though because they came as a remake later on. But I didn't play. I haven't personally played Call of Duty. I think it's a cool map though, but I can't. I'm not gonna give a rating for it. So.
I mean, I can give my opinion because like I did play it. So like I pretty much played a lot of them up until Buried. I think Buried's when I started losing. Like, I lost a little bit of interest in it. But I mean, yeah, probably that too. But with oh, I've already forgot. To be fair, I've already forgot what the map's called again. Call of the Dead.
Yeah, we'll get that.
It's a cool map. So I liked that there was 2 wonder weapons, so it wasn't just one. I thought
like
that was pretty cool. I thought
the baby zombie, was that the map?
No, that's Shangri-La. That's the baby gun.
Wonder weapon there?
So one was the
Yeah,
scavenger.
the scavenger.
One was the scavenger, and then I can't remember what the other one. Yeah, the scavenger was the sniper. There was another one as well. I can't 100% remember what it was. You could get the Wonder Wafer in the game as well, like from completing the Easter egg.
Yeah.
That was another cool thing. There was another one. I can't 100% remember what it was, but the scavenger was kind of a cool Wonder Weapon, I guess. I didn't like that you needed it for the Easter egg. Like the Easter egg was kind of cool. I like how all the Easter egg all the Easter eggs, you have to basically do every Easter egg to do the one on Moon, which I thought that was quite cool.
Yep.
At the time that they were all linked to each other. So like, you're actually building like a story together of like, how it's like the first kind of proper like timeline and like storyline that they were making in the game, which I thought was kind of cool. But apart from that, I thought it was an okay map. Like I liked the concepts, like you have the water and like if you sit in the water for too long, you get
if I had
frozen.
to give a rating, I would also put it to mid. I haven't
Yeah,
heard
I
any
think I'd put it mid.
bad about the map.
I wouldn't say it's a bad map. I wouldn't say it's a good map. I think it belongs in mids. I think it's pretty good, it's pretty bad. With some good bits, some bad bits. Pretty mid.
Yeah, we'll get to Shadows of Evil music in a little bit, Sandman. That's a very heavy opinion I have about them. Anyways,
okay.
that's for later. Anyways, go on.
That was Call of Death. So obviously, next one in the 4 games on Black Ops 1 would be Ascension, which for me, I have a lot of love for Ascension. Now, I'll be honest, it is definitely at least pretty good for me. I love the map. I love the space monkeys. I thought they were always pretty cool.
Yeah, space monkeys is a cool thing. Fucking annoying though, but pretty cool.
Very annoying, yeah. It's one of the first maps I've properly tried going for high rounds in, and actually tried doing the Easter eggs for like you could blow up the rocket. Like was that the first map with PhD as well? Like Black Ops 1 PhD
yes.
flopper was unbelievable, by the way. That perk was incredibly broken. And I mean, that's still.
If I have to give my opinion about Ascension, is that it's also a mid map. I'm nothing bad about to say that map, other than the space monkeys that are absolutely annoying. They're fun. Fuck those. It's a mid map. I can't give any reasons to really put it above mid, personally.
I mean, that's understandable.
You clearly have opinions, but. Yeah.
I think I'd put it pretty good just for for me. Like there's not many maps that it's like if I put it mids, like there's not many maps that I put pretty good and go like yeah. There's a gap between them, you know.
Yeah.
Like definitely, obviously, goat, but like pretty good. I don't see a sizable enough gap for me to be like, yeah, it's just mids, you know, compared to some of the ones I'd put in pretty good. So, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like
Fair
it belongs there.
Sure.
Yeah, feel like that's that.
All right. Anyway.
The next map, however, it's a cool map,
Okay.
but I think it's kind of bad,
Okay.
in my opinion.
That is
Shangri-La.
I know there's a lot of people who love that map and a lot of people who hate the map.
Yeah, I think it's a very divisive map. Like if you look at aesthetically, the map is really cool. Like I love this like the jungly like kind of ruins, ancient ruins vibe. I like I like the different like they brought the different kind of zombies into it. It's like that's where they first started truly like experimenting with that kind of stuff. So having like the scream zombie, like the fire one.
Yeah, you say you like it, but if you really start to think about it, is that also the reason you hate it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said like I like the parts of that, but I still feel like it's pretty bad.
It's weird because the same thing you like, you also kind of hate.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it's very divisive. Like you've got all these parts that like are really cool and like it's such a great concept, and then you play the game, it's like really annoying. And it's like, you know, it's like on paper it's really good, but in practice it's really annoying and like. But as a concept, it's great.
Yeah, as a concept, is great. It does have a 4-player Easter egg though, so because of it has a 4-player Easter egg, it's going to bad. Come fight me.
I think I'd put it in. Yeah,
this is a very specific opinion, but every map that has a 4-player Easter egg, that's the worst thing you can really do. Why do something that only you can do with 3 other players?
Yeah, I don't like that either. It's just like, well, what? I feel like every Easter egg should be soloable, or be able to be done solo.
But anyway, that's enough of Shangri-La. We're already 80% done of the level, so let's. We gotta do some quick fire rounds, but in a little bit, okay? Not now. We don't have to do it yet.
Not now, because this one's definitely a pretty good map. Moon, which obviously where you end off with Black Ops 1. You start in that like Area 51 kind of area. It's really cool. It's obviously where like you literally start like it's probably one of the only maps where you start next to the pack-a-punch, and you technically can pack-a-punch round 1 like without having to do like you know like how in like Black Ops 3 we'll get to like you need like shopping free and like you use all the gobble gums to like get loads of money and buy up the whole map, and technically it's like, you can do it in round 1. This is one of the only games where you can truly do it round 1 without having to do anything extra, or have any extra benefits or perks to do that, which I think is really cool. I like how it's got it's technically got the two different maps in one. It's like a side map and then like the real map. I quite like that too.
Before I say my opinion, what rating would you put it?
I think it belongs in pretty good for me, because I didn't play. I'll be honest, I didn't play Moon that much, but at the time I watched almost everything to do with it, because that's where the first proper like that's where everything came together with like the first Easter eggs. Like at the time it's like I kind of knew about like you could get like the golden rod thingy in Call of the Dead. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then it's like, in Shangri-La you get some other piece of the puzzle, and it's like, this is all cool. But in Moon, like I fully watched like, this is how you do this step, and this is where you go for this thing, and how the whole Easter egg tied together, and then with the pyramid, and you know, like after you've done the Easter egg, the zombie's eyes would turn a different color, and I think that was in like. And it made me want to do the Easter eggs, right? Obviously, I didn't have 3 other people to do like the Shangri-La stuff, which obviously annoyed me at the time. But it made like watching all that stuff, and like it made me want to do the Easter eggs. And I hadn't felt that way about any of them before. Like And that's where I properly started getting into, okay, yeah, I want to do all this extra stuff instead of just like, oh, I'm here to survive these rounds and like, oh, there's some cool stuff I can do in the map, but like, I was never really interested in it. That's where it first fully started for me, was with Moon.
Lord, what is name? Thank you for the follow, W. Yeah, I was thinking of giving it actually mid.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was. It's a very cool aesthetic. I love the excavators going around the map and destroying stuff. But because the map has a dude that can have your friend's name, and it's gonna chase you around the map like a Mr. X from Resident Evil 2, I'm gonna give it good. So.
Yeah, that's another reason why I'd give it good as well, because that is so I just love that. It's I always
it really makes me think of Resident Evil 2 and Mr. X chasing you in the police station.
I think one of my favorite things about that is like if you were playing in a group and let's say all four of you all had the same friend, like it would come up with that name and you wouldn't know who it was linked to, like because like if you went into a public game, like you'd obviously like if you saw someone's name, it's like I don't recognize that name.
Yeah.
But like if you're with friends, it's like oh my god, like it's just even more cool. It's got that personal touch to the game, you know.
Yeah.
And you can't say that many maps have that.
Yeah, I would agree with the pretty good one, and I think that's done with Black Ops 1 now. So I mean.
Yeah. Go to Black Ops 2. Which I think
we go to the very most controversial map of all time next.
Good old Transit. What do you think about Transit?
Man. Now, a lot of people would instantly say it's shit. Let's move on. But Mr. Jimmy over here is not gonna say that. I played a lot of Transit. I love the bus driver. I love the bus driver mechanics. Although the map has a lot of bad things. I don't know. The bus is very cool mechanic. You can just be in the bus, kill some zombies, go around the map, you know. Oh my god, now that I start thinking about it, it kind of does deserve the shit rating. Fuck. I was gonna...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Now that I actually start thinking about me being on the bus, it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. I'm gonna still give it not bad, or like the... Well, what is it?
The one above
bad.
shit.
Yeah, the one above shit. I don't want to put it to shit. I really don't want to. So I'm not going to. It is a bad map, but I don't want to say it's a shit map.
I think I would agree.
It's definitely bottom of the barrel.
I think they tried something, and on paper it sounds like a really cool thing. Like you've got this interactable bus thing that you can take you around the map. Sounds pretty good. In practice, it wasn't great. You've got the denizens. Sound pretty good on paper. If you go into this area, you get attacked by a thing that only goes in that area because you don't take the bus. Sounds pretty cool. Yep. Really annoying and it just makes the experience worse.
Hold on one second.
Not great.
Damn boy saying, hey AJ Jimmy, what's up, damn boy?
What's up, man?
Anyways, go on. But yeah, I think Transit bad map. We move on. I don't think we have to.
Yeah. I could like. I like there's 2 Easter eggs in the thing. I like how they started doing that.
So, the next Easter egg also in that map is kind of cool. Not a lot of people know about it. That maybe gives it the props for it not being shit. Yeah, maybe actually now that I think about it, it starts to feel like an actual open map, like an open world map, and that's why I don't want to give it shit. It's a very poorly made map, but it's something fresh, and that it kind of worked, kind of didn't. I don't know. I'm giving it bad, and we move on.
Them adding the bank system was kind of cool as well.
Yeah.
That just maybe gets over the line for me. You actually being able to take something from making so much progress into another game.
Fair enough. We have a lot of zombie maps left. So I think at this point we start rapid firing them. Unless we have like a very special thing we want to say about it, okay?
Okay, that's fair.
By the way, guys, if you didn't know the concept, the podcast ends when we clean the whole place.
Yeah, so we have 10% to list off a lot more maps.
Right, anyway,
but, okay,
you say it, and I'll I'll rapid fire it.
Okay. I'm not gonna count like, you know, let's say town, bus
agree.
depot, blah blah
Do
blah.
not
blah.
count.
I don't think they
Those
count.
are
That
not
that's
maps.
that's part of transit. Okay. I'm trying to think. Oh, I know I can see the next map, but I can't think what it's called.
I mean, I know what it's called.
Die Rise?
Correct, man. Die Rise.
Okay, Die Rise.
Die Rise would go very easily to
Mid.
the bad section for everyone, but I say it's a mid map. I like the map.
I say mid.
I think it's a cool map.
I like the traps. Pretty cool.
Very poorly made map. As
Easter
well,
eggs,
but
kind of
design.
cool.
Yeah.
Nah. It could be worse. Could be better.
Yep.
Okay. Mob of the Dead.
Mob of the Dead, one of the goats for some people. For me, it's a very good map. Very
Pretty good.
cool map. Very cool.
I have a lot of love for the map. I can't lie.
I
It
know,
might
and a lot
be
of
goat.
people do,
It
man,
might be
but
goat
I have,
for me. I can't
I have a
lie.
lot of love for some maps, and I'm not gonna give everyone the goat status. So I'm just gonna put it to very top of very good.
I think it belongs there. It's pretty understandable. I'm missing a map, and I can't think what it is, and it's actually really
You
annoying
said
me.
it already earlier. That comes after this.
Really?
Yep.
What comes after this? What is between? Oh, buried. Buried.
Buried is a very good map as well.
I agree. Pretty cool Easter egg. Love the witches.
I love the
Pretty cool
Paralyzer.
concept.
That's what it's called, right?
Paralyzer's cool. Yeah, no, that's right. I like the time bomb. Pretty cool.
And the big guy.
Pretty good map.
Big guy.
The big guy, Leroy.
Leroy! Yeah, that had a good
Exactly.
moment.
He would do that. Pretty good map. Finally. Probably one of the best maps they've brought out.
Unfortunately, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, in Origins. What do
Like
you
we said
say about
earlier,
Origins?
the second best soundtrack for me.
Mm-hmm.
Archangel.
Yeah.
Also part of it. It's a goat map.
Goat map, I'd agree.
Panzer Siren. When Panzer Siren used to hit my audio system, I used to shit my pants. I could never play that map alone. Because that's how scary it was.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's all around amazing. The map's amazing. The Easter eggs amazing. Like the even like the robots in them. Like there's just so many cool things in the map. Like it's just hard not to say it's one of the best maps ever.
Yep.
Feel like it deserved more time, but since we're running out of time, we can't. But that's Black Ops 2 into Black Ops 3. Shadows of Evil, go. Because this is a very divisive one.
Alright, Shadows of Evil has... I don't think people know this, but amazing soundtrack as well. I was gonna be very controversial here and give it the GOAT status, but I'm trying to give only 3 maps the GOAT status. Shadows of Evil is an amazing map, but because it has 4-player Easter egg, it's gonna be very good.
Oh, it does. You're right. No, I didn't even think about that. But you're right. It does. I think for me it's probably mid.
Very good map.
To be honest, for me, I do like the map. I put a lot of time into the map.
Me too.
But I never really got into the map as much as other people did.
I
So.
can respect that.
Yeah, that is probably it's mid to pretty good for me. It's not great, and I'll be honest. This is where my map knowledge goes a bit in the bin. Yeah, like from here.
You should know the next one. Honestly.
Oh, the Horizon Drive. That's which probably might round off goat.
It's a goat map. It's unfortunately a goat map.
I think that's where you tie off the goat maps really. Like, you know, all the bows, amazing, great concept. The map is really nice. Bringing like the Hellhound concept back from Mob of the Dead, which is amazing. Great. It has just so many upsides that you just can't really look past it, in my opinion.
Correct.
And then I think maybe
I think it's a goal. Move on. Rapid fire, man. Rapid fire.
No, I know.
It's gotta go fast.
Maybe a okay, maybe it comes from Golrod Crovey.
You skipped the map there, you mister.
Wait, really?
Yep.
Is the other one before that one?
Yes.
No. Really?
Yep.
I can't think what that map's called.
Bro, Black Ops 3 is I've spent so many thousands of hours on that game. I know the order.
I thought Golrod was first.
Nope.
Really?
Third.
Oh. L knowledge from me. I can't think what the map's called. I can see it. I can't think what it's called. What?
Zetsu.
Oh, Zatsuboshima. See, the problem is. Oh, well, to be fair, that's I got the maps round. I got the maps round the wrong way.
That's an Easter egg that you can do round 1, basically. It's a mid map.
Not gonna lie, I got the maps round the wrong way.
Mid map.
Yeah, I never really played it, so I don't think I can fairly rate it, to be honest. I guess I'd give it mid. Alright, now we got Gorod.
Gorod. A very good map. Very good map. So I'm gonna put it to the very good maps.
I only played it a
break on
handful of
Mark
times.
3.
True.
Map itself is pretty cool. Like a little timed Easter egg. You can fly on dragons on that map, man. Come on.
True.
It's
quite fair.
We gotta do rapid fire, man. Rapid fire. We can skip Black
Okay,
Ops 4, by the way, because those are all shit.
I can't even remember apart from 9 in Black Ops 4.
Anyways,
Revelations?
Revelations. I have to say very good. I know people are not gonna like that. People are gonna say it's like a mid map, but I say very good. It has everything you've ever been in Zombies. Everything.
Yeah, I think
more.
that's a cool.
Yeah, I think it's very good map.
Yeah, I think I'd agree. Like it's either mid or very good for me. I don't have strong views on it. I don't not like it. Right. I like the stuff that's in the map, but yeah.
Let's end it off this. Is there any maps you want me to rank? Like after Black Ops 3, because after Black Ops 3 it went downhill and fast.
I mean,
any specific maps you want me to rank?
The problem is for me, I could be like, oh yeah, there was maps in this game, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what there was. The only things that I'd be interested in is what's your thoughts on Dead Ops Arcade? Because obviously they
GOAT game mod.
Because okay, so obviously there is 3 of them, right? It's like
yes.
Which one would you say is your favorite?
I'm not gonna rank it. They don't go good.
Yeah, that's fair. Because I like this.
Why is
like,
this trash can part of the map?
Oh no, there's one on the other side as well. But the only thing I'd say with Dead Ops, like just to make it quick, I like the thing I like about the third one is it's more of like an open world one. I love the concept of the first 2, that it's way based exactly like the games. But I like they went a different route with the third one and they made like an open world thing. I thought that was a really cool touch.
Anyways, yeah, that was all of it. Black Ops 4 maps all go to shit.
I mean, like I remember
Warfare,
9, but
Infinite Warfare maps, except
Zombies
in
the
Spaceland, is I think a special town. It goes to very good, by the way. That's good, or a good map. It's a good map.
That's definitely a good map. Yeah.
Everything else in that game goes to shit. Advanced Warfare only had one okay map. Everything else goes to shit.
I couldn't even tell you the maps.
Advanced Warfare, one of the worst maps ever. What is the diner map? The zombie burger map? Whatever it's called.
Burger Town or something?
Burger, I don't know, man. That's not the name of it. I forgot the name. That's absolutely one of the worst. That is the worst zombie map ever done.
Yeah.
Advanced Warfare. Then we have Infinite Warfare, Advanced Warfare. That is there. World War Zombies. Those are shit. We don't even mention them. Then we get to Cold War, right? Cold War maps.
So you're like carrying this bit now because
I'm trying to go through all the maps. Cold War.
Because this is where
are shit. Cold War are shit. The first map is okay. Everything else after that, they're shit.
As I was saying, Dead Ops Arcade 3 probably carries that.
Yeah, open world zombies, shit. What's after Cold War? Was there any zombie games after Cold War? I'm trying to think. Before this year. You have the open world zombies. That's shit. You don't have to rank that.
I don't. Like you're saying that, and I don't even know what that is. Like
that was in MW2 3. The open world, like the map zombie thing.
No, I never did it.
It's fine, man. You don't have to know it. And then we get to this year, which we can rank. So Black Ops 6 zombie maps. We can quickly go over that since it's pretty recent, you know. Maybe when this episode gets published, there's another map. You have 3 maps on Black Ops 6. We'll quickly rank those as well. This is recent. So we'll have Terminus.
So that's on you again, man.
Terminus.
I can't lie, that's on you. I've not really touched it
I'll
this year.
carry this. Terminus Black Ops 6 is a good map. It's a good map. I like the Terminus map. I personally like the Easter egg as well. I think the Easter egg is very cool. And the boss fight on the Terminus is very cool. Where the fuck are they cleaning this, man?
Large bridge floor. There's one here.
Okay. Terminus is a good map. I like it. Not a very good map, but it's a solid map. I'd say it's the same with Liberty Falls. I'd say Liberty Falls is also a good map. Not a very good, not a bad. I think it goes to the same category as like very hard to give an example, but it's an okay map. Fun, like a the Giant, like something like that, you know. That's like the same size, I'd say. It's a Giant. That's a good map. Then we go to the DLC 1 map, the castle. Oh my god, the castle, man. People really love that map as well, for some reason. I don't get it. That map is bad. That's my personal opinion. That's a bad map, the castle map. I forgot what it's called. It has like a very French name, I feel like, right? That's a bad map. And then we have the newest map, which is shit. Absolute trash. It looks like a fucking multiplayer map. The new map. It literally does, man. I don't know what people see about it. People are praising the... Like, I get the first map. The first maps are okay, but people are absolutely praising the DLC maps, like... They're good, but... It's just aren't, man. But that's all the Black Ops 6 maps. You can throw your opinions in the comments or in the chat right now. That's just what I think. I played all of the Black Ops 6 maps, so... What I personally... think of those. Let's find these last things so we can end this episode, because I'm very mad about the Black Ops 6 maps right now.
I mean, I'm trying to see where these things actually are.
You haven't played them yet.
No, I genuinely
watched
haven't.
any videos or nothing about it?
No, I've not been interested in it at all, I'll be honest.
But yeah, anyways, nice topic, man. I like that. Enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I always enjoy ranking zombie maps. Big part of my gaming history. I think you need a ladder maybe for that. Oh, I got it.
Nope.
You get the trim. But yeah, great topic. Next episode, I already have an amazing topic for it. We're gonna go away from the gaming. We're gonna go to a more general topic. But it's a banger. It's a very banger. Not gaming related, but it's
I'm excited for it.
I'm very good. Very good. I actually have a few episode ideas that are gonna be very pretty good. But where is this trim?
I don't know.
Even it's a... I think it's the... yeah, trim is the bottom part, right?
Yeah, it is. It's like... Yeah, it's the bottom part. No. It's not here, but it's one of the bottom. Ah. Hey, we did it!
We did it! There we go. Appreciate everyone watching this episode. See you guys in episode 4. Anything to say, AJ, yeah, before we go?
Thanks all for listening. Hope it was a good one. See you on the next one.
Yep. Exactly. Oh, that feels good. Oh, it's good to clean someone's playground. Feels like we're doing a... like the community a favor, you know. But anyways, that's fun. Now we will be switching on to AJ, you were supposed to say it. You're supposed to say the game, AJ.